Hi, it's Ingrid. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I'm not doing great. I'm in a really big book slump, reading slump. July was really bad. I read one book, and now it's August 4th, and I haven't read much. I have been sick. Like, I got really bad cramps yesterday, so I couldn't really do anything. And for some reason, my cramps used to be like extremely bad, and I got a little bit better, and now we're back with the bad. Like, why was I laying here telling my mom that I don't want to be alive? Like, I would rather die than experience this. Nearly fainted. My mom came upstairs and like, I thought you were fainting, and like, I might have. Like, honestly, I don't even know. I called my mom, could barely speak, could barely hold my phone, and like, I need you to get up here because I'm gonna pass out. It was bad. It's not the point of this video, but like, I'm not feeling great. So, slump. I'm in a slump. Really bad. And in August, I tried to read this, Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. Everyone talks so highly of her and her books. And this book, I got like 80 pages in. Not really loving it. I don't know if I just don't vibe with the book or if it's because I was in a slump. Don't know, but I had to give up on that. I'm not DNFing it. It's just a soft DNF. Then, at the end of July, I started this one, Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo, second book in the Alex Stern series. Love Leigh Bardugo, my favorite author. I loved Ninth House. It's one of my favorite books ever. This one, really enjoying it. I can't get through it. But I'm really enjoying the story. Like, I'm constantly thinking of it and like theorizing, like, how's this gonna go? I need to know. I just slump. And I don't know what to do about it. So in this video, I'm gonna attempt to get out of this slump, and hopefully by filming this, doing this together, we're gonna get somewhere. Because I can't do this anymore. I have 1 week left of summer break, and then I go back to school. I'm not excited. But my plan was to read like some viral books, people that know, books that people have been talking highly about, that I know people love, because hopefully I will love them too. So I'm just gonna quickly go through this. I'm not gonna take anything out. I have my August TBR up there. 6 books, 5 of them I have other planned videos for. So the only one on my August TBR that I could read in this is the fine print. But I don't really want to right now. Other like popular books that I know people love are The Deal, The Spanish Love Deception, Addicted to You, The Selection. I've got The Inmate. Frida McFadden is always good for slumps, I've heard. We'll see how I think, because I haven't been the biggest fan of the books I've read. I like her writing, but like, it made me angry. The Silent Patient, extremely popular. Divine Rivals, Lessons in Chemistry, Legends and Lattes. Caraval, A Darker Shade of Magic, The Cruel Prince, Emily Wilde. I have a bunch over here as well. I don't know what to choose. I need to go downstairs now, but I think I want to pick out a book first. Like, I'm thinking something that isn't too much brain power, so maybe not a fantasy. Poirot is always good for me because I don't have to think too much. I can just lay there and enjoy. So I think I might choose that. I also have the second Fantastic Beasts screenplay, or maybe Percy Jackson. Like, that's a very easy read, and I know the characters, so I'm familiar with the world. I'm gonna think about it for a little bit, and then hopefully I'll start reading tonight. It's a little bit later. I went to the store, needed a few things. I'm sorry, the fan is on, but I can't turn it off because I'm actually dying of heat in here. So I'm making up for it a little bit by filming on my phone, because the audio is so much better on my phone, which is really annoying. But I have picked out 3 books that I'm going to choose from. I've really wanted to read The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and I just finished the Inheritance Games trilogy in June. Was that the book I read in July? It was. And then I bought like the next book in that universe, but I don't want to read that yet. But like, I want to read this so bad, and people say it's like Criminal Minds by Just Make It YA, and I love Criminal Minds, and it's a very short read, and it's a mystery, and I love mysteries. I think mystery is my favorite genre, so that's an option. And then also Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Titan's Curse. This is book number 3. This is also a very short book, and I love Percy Jackson, and I'm I think it's good for me now that I'm in a slump to do a short book first, and also character I'm familiar with, like I know them and I know the world, so I think it's just easier for me to actually get into this. But then I read the back of this, The Murder of Roger Ackroyd by Agatha Christie, and I really want to read this, and it's just a cozy read. I don't have to think too much, and I'm really enjoying crime stories. So I think I'm going to pick up this one, because now that I have a little interest in reading, it's going to be easier to get out of the slump, I think. So this is my first choice. Probably going to get to these two later in this video, but I don't really know. I'm going to mood read a bit. And obviously Agatha Christie is extremely popular, so I don't think I have to say too much about her. You know her. If you don't, how? But I'm going to explain Poirot anyways. He's a private detective. Scary. He's a private detective who usually gets called in by the people who something has happened to, and then he investigates. Update. I'm almost done with the book. I have like 40 pages left. So far, I'm really enjoying it. I would have updated you earlier, but my camera died, and I didn't want to put the book down just so I could update you. So, almost done. I'm enjoying it a lot. This one's a little different. I don't know what's considered a spoiler, but I don't care. I don't think it's much of a spoiler, really. But usually these books are told from Hastings' POV, but he isn't here, which I wasn't expecting. And I didn't like that too much. There's another guy who is like telling the story, like you see that in the first page, that it isn't Hastings telling the story, so like it's not really a spoiler. But this guy, he's okay, I guess. Like, I have nothing against him. I like Poirot and the way he investigates, and I like that he doesn't reveal everything. Like, the thing about Poirot is that he gives the facts. Like, he can share that with anyone you want to know. He's going to give you the facts. His interpretation of the facts is what he keeps to himself until the end. So we're probably going to get into his little explanation of everything soon. I have a few theories. Already I've been like half right about one theory, and I've had like small little things that I've guessed, which is fun. Now, for my theories, I feel like I could be right about some of them, but I'm also going to be surprised about some, because that's how it's always is. Like, I feel like what I think is, it makes sense, it's so logical, but then he explains something and I'm like, oh, didn't see that. Like, my favorite thing about this series is the relationship and all of the conversations between Poirot and Hastings. And obviously, since Hastings isn't in the book, we didn't get that in this, but we still get like kind of the same thing between Hastings and this other guy, but it's not the same because they don't know each other as well as Hastings and Poirot does. So I don't really know what else to say. I'm gonna finish reading the book, and then I'm probably gonna start either Book Lovers by Emily Henry or Percy Jackson 3. I haven't completely decided, but I'll most likely one of those. is on and I don't want to turn it off because it's so hot in my room. But I've finished the book and I was shocked. Even though multiple times in this story I suspected this person, I was still shocked when the reveal happened. There were times I like, what if it's this person? But then like most of the evidence was leading to other people, but I was like, what if? But then we got to the end and I was trying to figure out which person should I like vote for. And then the reveal happened and I was like, what? And then I tabbed a few places. The first one was the mention of Norway. Because it said here that she has the real Scandinavian pale gold hair. Her eyes are blue, blue as the waters of a Norwegian fjord. And I like the mention of Norway. The next one I think was a little funny. You might not find it funny, but I'm gonna read it anyways. I have more tabs. Should we go through them? I don't know. I don't remember what it is. This one's funnier. It is a theory that, admitted Poirot, decidedly you have cells of a kind, but it leaves a good deal unaccounted for. I actually tabbed in more places than I thought. I love Poirot as a character, like the things he say, like the English people, they have a mania for the fresh air, declared Poirot. The big air, it is all very well outside where it belongs. Why admit it to the house? I agree, I never open my window. Not because of the air, I would love to have the air in, but there's spiders living outside my window. And then I tabbed another place because I was hurt. Because this character said, "You are too tiresome, James. You sit there like a deadhead and say nothing at all." That is me. Why are we hating? Like, what's the point? And I like the mentions of Hastings. But then the end here, I can't read you that because that's a spoiler. But I was shocked that Poirot would say something like that. Like, that really caught me off guard and I was not expecting it. But I don't know how to rate it. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I don't know, I don't want to rate it too highly because I missed Hastings, but I think 4 stars is a good one. I don't know if I'm gonna start another book today or not. We'll see. So I tried to start the rule book. I'm not too far into it. I'm like 60 pages in. And there's something about the book I like. And I feel like I'm probably gonna feel a lot and I'm most likely going to cry when like things go well or when there's some kind of declaration of their feelings. Which, like, obviously I can't know for sure that that's gonna happen, but I'm assuming that happens since it's a romance. But the characters are so annoying. The man, he's so mean. Like, I get it, he was hurt, but it's just being rude. Like, this is an adult. He's like a full-grown adult. And he's treating her with, this is just so badly. And it's so petty for no reason. Like, there is a reason. But I don't think it's a good reason. Yeah, you can treat her like a human being just because you have this history together. It doesn't mean you get to treat her like that. Like, this is in a professional setting. If it was just like meeting up, I get it. But like, this is professional. You're working together. This is your job. If you can't manage to treat another person with respect in a professional setting, you shouldn't have a job, then just quit the team then. It's just so annoying. And the girl, she's just so unrealistic. There's like, you take every single stereotype of romance female lead and put them into her. Like, why can't she stay serious for 2 seconds? You're trying to you're in a professional setting. Like, why can't they separate their personal lives from a professional setting? Just, you're trying to work together and you keep joking over and over again with a person who doesn't want to hear your jokes. Like, stay serious for 2 seconds. Can you do that? Clearly not. And just all of her little traits, so quirky and fun. Like, actually stop. The overly positive, oh, I'm gonna joke about everything. I don't like it. It's so annoying. And I want to read the book, but the characters are bothering me so much. And I know that I'm gonna end up liking them. But I don't want this. And I honestly think that romance books are making me depressed. Because every time I sit down and read a romance, I'm just so lonely. And I'm just so bored with my life. And I don't feel good after reading a romance or while I'm reading a romance. So I think I'm gonna like soft DNF it. I'm not gonna DNF it completely. Like, I want to finish it. I like Sarah Adams and I want to finish this book, but I don't think I'm in the mood for it. And like, I was in the mood to read, and I've been in a slump, so it's like good that I want to read, but like, I don't want to be angry. I want a book that I can enjoy. If I had the next Poirot book, I would read that right now, but unfortunately I don't. But I think I should find a mystery. Like, I don't know if I want like a YA mystery. I have a book. It's called The Winteringham Mystery. I can't read the name. What's his name? I can't see that far. His name is Berkeley. Something Berkeley. Anthony Berkeley. I think I might be wrong. But he has written like some kind of series with Agatha Christie and other authors. So I might try to read his book, because I love the Poirot series, which is by Agatha Christie, so maybe I'm gonna like that one as well. Maybe that's what I need right now. I kind of want to read The Crow Trap by Anne Cleeves, but I feel like that's just too big of a commitment because the book is so thick. But I don't know, I could do The Naturals, but I don't know if I want to. Or I could just read Percy Jackson. I could start a fantasy, but like the thing about fantasy is if I read a book, it's gonna be a series. Like, there's never like a standalone fantasy. So I don't know what to do, but I don't think I'm gonna read romance right now, so I'm gonna have to find another book. Good morning. Dyed my hair. I'm very happy. But yesterday I finished Hellbent. I'm not gonna talk too much about this because I was reading this for my finishing series video, so if you want to see more of my thoughts on this, you can go watch that video. But I am gonna say that I really loved this. I think Leigh Bardugo is a genius. Everything about this, I think the characters and the story are so well thought out, and it's so different. Never seen anything like this before, and even just the characters in this story, everyone is so different. And they fit so well together, and I love it. The writing, really good. I haven't completely decided on my rating. It's not a 5-star, I think. I touched on that a little bit in my finishing series video, so again, go watch that if you want more thoughts. But it's definitely a high 4. I don't know if I want to put it as 4.5. I might actually do that, because I really love this, and it's one of my favorite series, and it's just so good. I haven't really decided yet. I need to think about it a little bit more, because I just find rating books really hard. And especially now, because I've been looking back at my ratings this year, and I'm starting to regret them. I feel like I give out 5 stars way too easy, and I'm trying to not do that. And I want to change my ratings on a lot of the books I've read, because even though I love them, they're not 5 stars. This one, I feel like is closer to a 5-star than a lot of the books I've rated 5 stars, but it's not really a 5-star, because I tend to rate the books after what I feel directly after reading them, and not thinking about like the whole book, because there were moments in here where I thought like it's not my favorite, so that's why it isn't a 5-star, but I absolutely loved it, so it's a high 4. we're gonna figure out the exact rating a little bit later. Now, next book I'm picking up is Demon in the Wood, also by Leigh Bardugo, a Darkling prequel. It's a graphic novel. It's good for when I'm in a slump, so I'm hoping to love it. Like, I know the basics of the story because it's in the back of Rune and Rising as like a written story. But I don't think I'm gonna talk too much about that book in this video because that's also for my finishing series. I just wanted to mention it. I'm obviously gonna give you some thoughts, but I think I'm just gonna sit down, read that, and then I think I know what I want to read next. I feel like I'm really starting to get out of this slump, which is good. I think reading Poirot is really good for me. I feel like on BookTube or in the book community anywhere really, the genres that are talked about the most is romance and fantasy, and for a long time I felt like I had to read that, and I thought that was what I loved because that's what I saw everyone read, and I love watching people read those and hear people talk about those books. So I've been like, I've convinced myself somehow that romance and fantasy is my favorite genres, and that's what I read. But when I really think about it, mystery, that's my favorite. I love a mystery. Always have. Like, I don't understand why I didn't really focus on mysteries sooner, because like I grew up watching crime shows. That was my favorite. I've always loved that genre. So mystery and crime should be what I want to read. And I've figured out that I have a much better time reading mysteries than I do with romances. There's obviously a lot of romances I love, but I feel like I think more in a good way, not in the tiring way. When I read mysteries, it doesn't matter. But I think it's good for me to read a mystery if I want to get out of a slump. Like most people, when they give out tips to get out of a slump, it's like, oh, read a rom-com. I don't think that works for me, because I thought the rule book would work. But I didn't want a romance. I don't want a romance. I want a mystery. And I read both Poirot and Hellbent, which technically Hellbent is a fantasy, I guess. I just don't see it as a fantasy. I see it more as like a paranormal mystery. It's a horror, which is crazy that I even wanted that. This one's a fantasy. And I'm gonna go enjoy that right now. And I'm gonna stop talking because I'm talking too much. But let's go read. So, a little unfortunate turn of events. The last video I uploaded, I was done with, so I wanted to delete the footage off of my camera. Then after I deleted all of that footage, I just kept going, and I think I deleted 3 clips before I realized what I was doing, and I'm like, wait, this video haven't been posted yet. And I tried really hard to get it back, but unfortunately that's not possible. When you press delete, it is in fact deleted. So I don't remember what I was saying in those clips. So we're gonna go through all of the books I've read in this video and do a little update on my reading state right now. So first, just a quick overview of the books I read. The Murder of Roger Ackroyd by Agatha Christie. I loved this. I think mystery is the best genre for me to read when I'm in a slump, and Agatha Christie does cozy mysteries like no one else. I rated this one 4.25 stars. Really enjoyed it. Tagged it a few places. Highly recommend. This was fun, and I'm very excited to read the rest of the series. I don't own any more of these books, but I'm going to Oslo for a concert on Friday, so I'm hoping that we have time to go to the bookstore first, because they have like a big crime section, so I'm probably gonna find more of these. After that, I tried to read The Rule Book by Sarah Adams. I got not very far, 60 pages in, and then I gave up because I was not enjoying it. The characters pissed me off, so I just had to put it away because I didn't want to be angry. I wanted to get out of this slump, and this wasn't helping. I'm not completely done with it. I'm going to continue reading it. It's just a little softy enough for now, but I will read it. I'm going to finish it, hopefully this month, potentially next month, but I still think I'm going to like it. It's just the characters are being very annoying, so if we can get past that, then I think I'm gonna like this book. Then I finished Hellbent. I was reading this for a different video, but then I needed to get out of this slump, and this was the only thing that I really wanted. And I rated this one 4.5 stars. More of my reactions and all of that in my finishing series video. I really love this book. This series as a whole, I think, is a 5-star series for me. I can't stop thinking about it, and I'm in desperate need of the next book that I don't think she has started writing yet. But I absolutely need it because I'm so obsessed with the characters, the world, the story, the writing, everything. I love this, and I would definitely recommend you read it. 9000 and Hellbent, really good. And then, since I was in a slump and I didn't really want to start anything special, I did pick up Demon in the Wood by Leigh Bardugo. I've read this story before because she has it printed in the back of Rune and Rising, but this one is a graphic novel, so it's just told in a different way, and I enjoyed it. I didn't rate this one because I didn't know how to, but it's fun. It's short. It's not necessary. Like, you don't need to read it, and I don't think it's very important or that special, but it's fun, and I like having it, so. And it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But I don't really have much to say about that one. Then the last book you saw me read was Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I haven't finished this one. I'm on page 192. I had to put it down in the middle of a chapter, which is really annoying. I try not to do that, but unfortunately didn't get to finish this. I have filmed clips of me talking about this, but like I said, I deleted them, which is very sad because I'm enjoying this book. I don't think the story is that interesting. I think I like the story of Dietrich more, but I love Charlie. The girl, I don't remember her name, Laura. She's fun too. Like, I love their conversations, all of their interactions. I'm really obsessed with Charlie. I think he's my favorite Emily Henry character so far. I haven't read a lot of her books, but I'm trying, and I've been putting it off for a while because I don't know why, but I just put it into my head that I'm not gonna like them, which is weird, but I think the way people talk about them, they're always saying that there's so much more than just a romance, and that's what scares me. It's very intimidating, but I'm loving this. The characters are great, their interactions are great, and I'm going to continue reading this very soon. So you will get like a full thought review of it eventually. I think I'm going to finish it this month because I'm really loving it. The only reason I put this down was because I had to film another video, the last video I posted. Otherwise I would have finished it, and I'm really loving it, so excited to continue. That's all that's all the books I read. I feel like I'm definitely not in a slump like I was when I started this video. Still not on like a perfect reading mood, because I've been trying to pick up the next Hunger Games book for a few days now, and I just can't do it. So I don't know if it's just that I don't want to read that book or if I'm still in a slump, but I'm feeling better at least. And I've enjoyed reading. I enjoy thinking about books, so we're definitely gotten somewhere. But that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I would love to see you in my next video. So please stay. If there's any video you would like to see, any book you would like to see me read, anything, please comment it down below, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, lovers.